call from?
Randall.
An inmate at the Virginia Department of Corrections, Red Onion State Prison. To accept this call, press 0.
This is Red Onion Randy. Thank you for stopping by and spending a little time with me. I get a lot of the questions and comments that are sent into my website, redonionrandy.com, is asking me about, what the cell looks like and what a typical day for me is. So I'm going to answer that this time around. The cell is relatively small. It's 12 feet long by 8 feet wide. When you first come in the door, you have a straight wall going all the way back on your right side. On your left side, it comes out about 1.5 feet, and then it slants at an angle, and then it goes another straight wall to the back of the wall. And you got an intercom right here for you to call the COs in the booth in case of a medical emergency or whatnot, but they rarely ever answer it, so you're just wasting your time to do that. You got a sink and a toilet made from stainless steel welded together. And then you got sort of an open floor space. I would probably say about 6 by 5, I'm guessing. And then on your short wall, you have a table about 3 feet high and about 3 feet wide. And you got a shelf between that and the sink and the toilet, about maybe 5'7" off the ground, 7 inches off the ground. And then at the very back of the cell, you got a bottom bunk, and then you got a few feet above that, you got a top bunk. And then you got 3 little step bars and a handrail right beside the bed on the flat side of the wall where it's just nothing else. I keep my hygiene on the shelf. The television, my bowls and my cups, Sugar Twins, salt and pepper, and just a little bit of condiments from commissary I keep on the table. And I keep a little section of the table clear so I can set the tray down whenever I eat a tray, which is very rare. On the steps, I have my books. On the bottom step, I have my Bible and all of my Christian literature and study guides that I use on the bottom. And then on the second shelf, that's where I keep my French books while I'm teaching myself French, which is really, really slow, painful, torturous going, by the way. And I keep another book that I just use it as a shelf, and I keep my watch there so I don't have to wear my watch on my wrist in the cell all the time because that's annoying to me. And I got enough little space there where I can set my cup down where I'm drinking something. The top bunk is on one side, on the right side up against the wall. That's where I keep my mail, any type of correspondence, library books, and just miscellaneous paperwork that I need. All the way on the left side, up against the back window, I have what commissary I have. Some soups, some crackers, some peanut butter, and a few other odds and ends to just make my life a little bit more enjoyable, thanks to my dear friend Ava and Charlotte, who do a lot to help me out. And that's pretty much my cell. A typical day for me is very, very boring. But I do the best I can to make it the best I can. 6 o'clock, my alarm goes off on my watch, and that wakes me up because I'm only going to have a few minutes before the COs pop the doors for us to go down and get our breakfast trays. So I get up, I get dressed, I do my morning ablutions, and then I go get the breakfast tray. If I want to eat it, I'll bring it back to the cell and eat it. If not, I'll give it to somebody in here who doesn't have commissary or anything, and just to help him out. After that, I come back to the cell, and we used to get pod rec immediately afterwards, but thankfully they actually changed their schedule up, and from 7 to 9 a.m. in the morning, we'll get outside rec. For me, I haven't been going outside in the morning time. That's my time. That's when I do my prayers, and my morning prayers actually take quite a bit because I really enjoy praying. I think it's very important. I think it's vital, and I've noticed that the more and more I pray, the more calmer I feel. The less aggravated I am. I feel like a better person after praying for, a good hour to an hour and a half or so. It depends on what shift it is. At 9 o'clock, we'll either come out the top tier will come out for their pod rec, or the bottom tier will, and then we'll come out at 10 to 11. Pod rec, I go out, I got my favorite shower, and I go in that immediately. I'm the first one in that shower. That's my shower. Everybody knows to stay out of that shower. That, it belongs to me. I've claimed that. Not that I'm going to do anything stupid or yell at anybody if somebody goes in it. I'll just simply get another one. But when you're in a pod for, a certain amount of time and, you pretty much get along with everybody, for the most part, people usually try to respect stuff of that nature. After I take my shower, I go out and I'll sit at the table and I'll either talk to Dave if he comes out, or I'll just sit there by myself or talk to somebody else while I wait to get on the kiosk. When my turn comes up for the kiosk, I'll go and I'll sync in and I'll send emails and get emails, and then I'll log off. It only takes me about 2 to 3 minutes because I don't buy music, I don't buy video games or stuff of that nature. I'm just not really interested in that stuff. Then, if I need to, call somebody, I'll use the phone after that. Usually I'll talk. Sometimes I'll come back in early. Sometimes I won't. It just depends on what I feel like at that moment. 11 o'clock, though, they lock us down and they feed lunch. After lunch, I come back in and I'll usually, I'll read, I'll pace the floor, I'll daydream for a little while. I may glance at TV a little bit, but usually nothing is on at that time, so I usually don't waste my time. I get more entertainment out of daydreaming or creating stories or working on existing stories than I do watching television. There's nothing worthwhile on there, so screw it. And I'll do that until 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we go outside on the rec yard again from 2 to 4. I'll go out. Some days I'll superset push-ups and pull-ups and dips. I'll do several sets of that for about an hour, and I'll get a little bit of ab work in at the same time. And after that, I'll play cornhole for the remainder of the time. Or I'll walk around the yard and talk with Frank, see what he's up to, laugh and joke and have fun as best I can, because I'd rather laugh and joke and have fun than be miserable and serious all the damn time. I've done that. I ain't never going back to it again. Although, for the record, I'm serious when I need to be serious. But when I don't need to be serious, I'm cutting up and acting like a damn clown. Just because it makes the time go by, it makes myself laugh, it releases stress, and it makes other people feel good to laugh at the idiot, making them laugh. 4 o'clock, unfortunately, we got to come back in. We grab our dinner trays, and then we come back to the cell. Usually I just wind up giving it to Lonnie, and I'll just fix me a ramen noodle for dinner. Then I'll, after I eat, by that time I'll finish sweating. Oh, sorry. If I'm not doing the push-ups or pull-ups or playing cornhole, I'll run for an hour and do some other cardio stuff. I'm 50 pounds lighter now than I am in the picture on my website. All of that weight that I put on, I've actually managed to lose it. again, which I'm grateful for. I'm back down to my fighting weight. So when we come back in, I'll eat lunch and then I'll wash up in the sink and I'll clean my cell real good. Then I'll chill because normally I'm tired. When I work out, I do my best to actually push myself and get something from the workout. I want to achieve something with my exercise. So I'll chill, maybe read. I'll start to read some emails, write some emails back, relax. Just depends on what I feel like doing, what I'm in the mood for. And then at 6 o'clock, I'll do my Bible study from 6 to 7. And then after that's done, from 7 on up to 10 o'clock, if something is worth watching on TV, I'll watch something, or I'll continue answering emails. I'll read a little bit when I get some books. At 10 o'clock, I'll brush my teeth. I'll say my nightly prayers, and then I go to sleep. Just do it all over again the next day and the next day and the next day, Groundhog style. And for those of you who have never seen that movie, I recommend you watch it. But this is Red Onion Randy. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. I hope you check out my website, redonionrandy.com. And if you can and you feel like it, I hope that you give me a 5-star rating or whatever you feel I deserve. Until next time, take care and stay safe.
Thank you for using GTL.